Welcome back, everyone, to the King of the Palace. I'm Dave Matalas. This is sponsored by Watch Me Suck at Bowling. I'm here with Brian Robinson, who last week defeated the reigning champ, now former champ, Mr. Dean Sullivan. And Brian, this week you're facing Mr. Sean Sears.
Yep.
Your thoughts?
I've seen Sean bowling at Millis, I think, right? So it's the first time bowling against each other, so should be a good match.
Told me you sucked. So, Sean, welcome to the King of the Palace. First time against Brian?
Yeah.
Your thoughts?
I'm not going to be a trash talker. I'm not a trash talker, so I'm looking forward to a good match. I know. I've already said more words than Dean has, so I'm just going to stop here.
So what he's trying to say, okay, is do everything that you can.
Yep.
Throw as many balls as possible.
Yep.
But suck.
Okay.
So anyway, let's get to the action.
All right. Good luck.
Welcome everyone to the King of the Palace off-season, sponsored by Watch Me Suck at Bowling, produced by Watch Me Suck at Bowling. Up first on Alley 3, Mr. Sean Sears.
Let's just hope he's not out
Better
of a
known
job.
as Mr. Wicked Fingers.
Hopefully he's not going to go bankrupt in this session.
Opens up with a spare. Sean comes out of Chicopee, Mass. His qualifying score was a 588. He is the number 2 seed. His average is a 116. He's been bowling for 26 years. His high single is a 173. His high trip is a 427. He bowls out of Canal Lanes and Agawam Bowl. Eight-pin drop. Oof. Leaves the 210. In the booth with me this time. Amber May. Casey Curly McCool.
Why, certainly, Dave. Thank you.
And of course, Georgie. The proud sponsor.
So far he's managed to keep this door open.
Up on Alley 3, Mr. Brian Robinson, who last week defeated the reigning, now former champ, Mr. Dean Sullivan. His average is a 108. He's been bowling for 30 plus years. His high single is a 182. His high trip is a 432. He comes from Braintree, Mass. His qualifying score was a 572. He bowls out of Timberland Lanes and Union Street. He also bowls on Union Street, South Shore Pro League.
Ooh, that one got away from him. I saw Brian bull in the qualifier. He does throw a really good ball. He just needs to slow it down a little.
Leaves the finger of God.
I was about to say that, but
Dave beat you to the punchline there, Joe. Or George, I'm sorry.
that's okay. I can't get people's names straight anyway, so.
Me neither, buddy. Me neither.
Oh, right down the middle of the plate. Leaves the 710 with a whole bunch of junk on the deck.
Well,
Even in 10-pin, it's hard to pick up.
last week we saw Dean Sullivan pick up a 710. Let's see if Brian can.
Yeah, but you guys have wood.
Well,
Yeah, but it's much harder to get a strike.
In 10-pin, it is kind of easier to get a strike, but in candlepin, it is kind of hard because you have to know where to throw the ball and make sure you get it right in the pocket at the time.
Ow.
Leaves the 7. The ball was bouncing around.
Looks like Sears is keeping the creditors at bay.
Oh, a funny man.
Sean on Alley 3.
That was a good ball, Sean. He really does.
610 with a piece of wood angled in front of the 6.
That's got spare written all over it.
Oh, spoke too soon, George.
should have.
Never trust wood.
See, wood is not always helpful.
This is true, Amber. Wood is never trustworthy.
It's the first time today. Second. Oh, I'm sorry. It's the second time today.
Right down the middle of the plate. Leaves the check mark to the left. The 2, 4, 7, and the 8 with a piece of wood. That is a non-factor.
Oh!
Piece of wood slid right behind the.
It was a nice bid there, buddy. Nice bid.
Sean and I were qualifying together earlier, and he couldn't hit the 10 pin to save his life, and I couldn't hit the 7
Well, if you
pin.
were tuning in, I mean, they were both jaw-jacking back and forth, talking crap about each other. It was kind of interesting.
Again, this jaw jacking.
You'd have to read in between the lines of what they were actually saying. You don't know what jaw-jacking is?
We just discussed this in the last week. Nobody knows what that is.
Talking smack. Running your mouth. Throws the ball in the ocean.
You got a little
Very
lucky there.
favorable lead. Leaves the 1-3.
You know, I actually feel
coming for
bad. I shouldn't have
Sears'
said what I
debt
said to Dean. I shouldn't have said that because I knew he was going to beat me, but oh well. It's a learning experience.
Yes, what did you say to Dean? Can you remind the audience?
I will not say on camera because that's inappropriate. I will not say what I said.
Oh, now you won't say what you said.
Shall I say
See what
YouTube
Brian get for a
community
fill.
guidelines?
Yes.
Another ocean ball turned lucky.
I do recall that you said that you were going to kick his can all over Dodge.
Yes, I did, Dave. I did say that. And the dog bit the mailman, and I was the mailman.
The mailman.
Nice pick.
Nice bid.
Dog bit
So
Dennis?
what you're trying to say it was a dog-eat-dog world and you had milk bone underwear on.
Yes.
Oh, looks like Sears might be in a little trouble here.
After 4, Sean's at 47, and Brian's at 51 in the ball.
Ooh. Oh no.
Sean off to the left.
Rough pitch for Sean.
Don't tell me he's already filing for Chapter 11.
Oh, nice bid.
But he's not going down without
Wiggle,
a fight.
wiggle.
Maybe he won't go down at all.
Sean Bowles on
early.
the Wednesday Night Industrial League and also the Friday Night Dusty League.
Ooh.
His favorite shot is a 2-pinner and then a 7-10 split. Really, he likes the 7-10 split. And his least favorite shot, the 4-pin and the 10-pin.
Well, he likes the 7-10 because there's not a 7 or an 11.
Ah.
Those are Sears' favorite chapters.
Leaves the 2, 4, 7, and the 9. Piece of wood up behind the 4.
Oh yeah. Been in there.
Ooh. Held on to that one.
Night, everybody. Have a good one.
Dean, see you later.
And Dean
What?
is heading to the basement to his apartment. Waiting for the next king of the palace.
I hear we feed him well down there, don't you, Dave?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
They like muffins.
I don't. Never mind.
Ryan Robinson on alley 3. Wow, off to the left.
It's a 2 fill.
Yo,
El Stinko.
for all that smack talking that he did, he needs to back it up a little bit.
Dean's a great guy,
Chop,
you know.
chop, chop.
He's a really good bowler.
Yeah, Dean supports the game no matter what.
Yep.
An 8 box out of that.
Brian's leaving the door open.
Funny thing is, as I was getting my own provisions for the night, I met Dean down at the Cumbies at the bottom of the hills. So
Did
it was
ya?
kind of funny that it took as long as it did to get up here.
Off to the left again. Another favorable lead.
And what were you doing at Cumbies, George?
Leaves the 1, 3, 5, and 10 with a piece of wood up
Buying
against-
food.
behind the 5.
You sure you weren't doing watch me suck at the vending machine?
Next to the 3. Oh,
Capped it.
when Brian's not bowling, he is a compliance analyst.
Wow.
Leaves the finger of God.
I hear that pays good money.
Brian's got a 6-pin lead right now, so
You know, maybe, just maybe, George, the spread eagle should be called the Moses.
I get it. Because it's parting.
Yeah.
Well, I usually on my shows I usually call it the Steve Bronchuk special. Whatever works.
Oh, nice
Nice.
bid.
Yep.
Leaves the 7-9.
He's fighting to stay in business.
It's almost his favorite shot.
Hey, with a last name like Fifi, got picked on all the time.
You know, I worked for Sears. It wasn't all that great.
The store, not Sean.
I remember.
Oh, yes. the
I
store.
remember when the store was great.
Yes.
Oh,
Nice pickup.
I used to have a in high school. Dave might remember Mr. Sargent.
Yes.
He used to be a RCA technician that worked for Sears, and I don't know if you remember this. I barely do. But when
Oh, almost drops a bomb. Yeah, and he made the other pins fall down. How does that happen?
that's another legit. How does that happen?
Leaves the 5-pin.
So there used to be TVs set up in the front window at the mall, and
All over it.
one TV would always have a picture that was either sideways or upside down.
Huh.
He would purposely take the deflection yoke off the CRT and twist it around so the picture would not be right.
Brian Robinson on alley 3.
It's also where I saw my first big screen. One of those really big.
Oh, drops a bomb.
Wrecks a rack.
Clean up on aisle 3. Somebody check that ball for steroids.
Yeah, he put a lot of power behind that one.
He sure did. Ooh.
Off to the right.
Anyways, so that was the first place I've ever seen a big screen. Remember those really huge front projection ones?
Yep.
With the big curved screen and the.
Yep.
Oh.
Always fascinated by that thing every time I was
Oh, I
trapped
thought he was
there.
going to steal it. Short pin leaves that finger of God.
What's happening?
Couldn't see a pin.
When Sean's not bowling, he's a systems consultant. He also enjoys rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors. Isn't that a kid's game, Dave?
That's a game for anybody.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
He also enjoys cards. And he
Texas
wants-
Hold'em or Caribbean Stud?
That's his
getting
cards,
score
puppy
check?
poker.
Nah.
I want to see if Sears is still financially above water.
Sean picks up the spare. Sean also wants to give a shout out to his new bride, Ashley. Hello, Ashley.
Oh, that's not a good sign when Sears sees the Four Horsemen.
It's almost like a blue light special.
Yeah. That looks like Kmart over there.
Oh!
Oh,
Wow.
racks it up.
That's how you pick that up. No 7-pin.
Ah, the Four Horsemen. That's my favorite shot. Thank you, Sean.
Sean working on a spare.
Is he gonna get a rack?
8 fill.
Nice, Phil.
Keeping stock.
Yeah, keeping the stock and keeping the store open.
What's the problem? What's the problem?
Nothing. I was checking. I had couldn't tell if there was a pin back somewhere.
Brown on alley 3. Box number 9. Off to the left again. It's another favorable lead.
Yeah, he throws it in the ocean and he always gets a good ball sometimes.
Leaves the 1, 3, 5, and 7 with a couple pieces of wood on the deck. Oh!
So Dave, how many subscribers do we have now?
A lot.
Well,
Well, this is watch me suck at bowling, so I'd have
this is
to.
true.
I'd have to look.
FF1's World of Crap.
But
This
did
is-
we
this
hit
is-
800 though? Did we hit it?
Well, let me look. This is Nuzzo's job, and Nuzzo can't be here, so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If he-
I don't know where Nuzzo is today.
Yeah, if he was here, we would be able to talk to him and talk about him. But
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
Good ball. No
I know
luck.
you were over 800.
Well, let's take a look.
And the channel you're watching this on has surpassed 12,000.
Nice,
That's why I
George.
said a
That's
lot.
great.
Oh,
George, so how was
So
this
close.
perceived on your channel?
Well, it doesn't get the hits that it
Wow.
does on your channel, but it's about 2/3.
We have 849 subscribers.
Wow,
was in the
almost
840s.
850.
Almost 850.
That's pretty good, Dave.
So
really good.
if you're watching this right now, go to YouTube, type in King of the Palace, and subscribe.
yeah. All right. We got Brian up on lane 3.
The former champ.
So far, it looks like Sears is staying out of ruin.
Off to the left again, leaves the MK.
There's only so many of them.
So after one, it is Sean Sears at 127 and Brian Robinson at 118. And Sean has a
Plus 6.
6-pin lead going into match number 2.
Brian has a +6 lead.
Oh, Brian has a +6.
Yeah.
Oof.
So he's down by like 3 before they even start.
Right down the middle of the plate. Oh,
Ooh, almost drops the rack.
leaves the 8, 9, 10 with a piece of wood up
Where's
against
the
9 and
7?
the 10, and one up against.
It's probably riding the elevator back up now.
Oh yeah, that's right, George. You do the parodies on elevator rides. And how's that going? Is that really fun or is it just boring?
Well, I kind of ran out of real estate in which to explore.
Right there.
Not too many places with elevators, you know?
But as of this recording, which will be obviously before you see this, excitement, there's gonna be a video of Montgomery where the door close button didn't do its
Hey,
job.
look, it's Sean's favorite leave.
They would partially
710.
close, the motor would hum, and then just open again.
Yep. Those elevators.
Leaves a 710 with a lot of junk on the deck.
Going for the wood.
Oh,
You know, getting stuck in an elevator is not fun.
I haven't had that happen yet.
It might. You never know.
I've been in 2 that hesitated.
Oh boy.
They just push the button, doors close. 30 seconds later, you say to yourself, I think this is the part where it's supposed to be moving. And it doesn't. Then it realizes that it hasn't moved. Then it
Sean and Alley
eventually
4.
does.
Oh, look at this. Leaves the 5-7 with a piece of wood up against the 5.
I don't care much for the elevator music. It's not soothing like it should be. Even though it's supposed to be. Oh!
Here's a question. I've seen a video of somebody riding an elevator where
Didn't wanna hit that
Metallica
other
was
wood.
playing its elevator music.
Oh, that's nice. That's a nice jam.
Does that make them really old or does it just make the elevator really cool?
I think it makes them old, and I think the elevator is cool too.
Up, down, Alley 3, Mr. Brian Robinson.
The force is with Dave.
Yes, it is. Oh, pins are flying everywhere.
Yes, it is. Yes,
A
they
little
are.
short on the helicopter.
And And the helicopter crashed.
Sam Sataru watches these and King of the Palace. He loves the helicopter pins.
You know, I wish they would make a fidget spinner of a bowling pin. You know, that would be really cool to see on the market, a fidget bowling pin.
Are fidget spinners still a thing?
Yes, they are. We have them at Goodwill in Manchester, New Hampshire. They're $3.
I stopped working retail about a year ago, so now I'm like, I have no idea what's going on in the world.
I've been working retail for all my life, ever since I was 18 years old.
Alright, I'll be back.
I'd like to give a shout out to my friends Dave, Joey, Keith, and Matt. Great guys, and they're really great bowlers, all of them.
10 bucks.
Brian gets the 10 box.
That's how you miss wood in the gutter.
Yep.
See, they're too good. They can't put a ball in the gutter on purpose.
Well, it's funny, you're always trying to avoid the gutter,
That's the thing.
and then you try, and it's like, your brain doesn't know what's happening. Alright, let's see what Sean can do.
I mean, I had fun bowling in the show 2 weeks ago. It was fun. I mean, I know I trash talked Dean Sullivan, and I wish I didn't because I think I might have struck a nerve.
Nah, it's all good fun.
Yeah. I mean, I've been bowling for 24 years, since I was a little kid.
Right now, Sears is trying to avoid Chapter 7.
Oh boy, not again. Oh, almost picked it up. Really wish they would come back.
Hey, oh.
Whoa, right over the wood. How does that happen? How does that happen?
No question if it's going bad now.
You throw the ball 60 feet down the lane and don't hit your object pin, and somehow you're penalized.
Yeah, it was like, whoop!
I'm a little right.
Uh-oh.
You just missed a really good, funny shot there, Dave.
Better start putting the going out of business signs up.
Hey, George, come on.
What do we got?
Oh, almost picked it up. Up. Johnny,
Another 7-10.
squirrel.
That's a good thing he likes this shot. He's gotten it like 3 times now.
Sean, this is your favorite shot, right?
Oh, is it
in the
in?
woods, good.
But will it keep the creditors
1.5
at bay?
inches.
Let's see how he does this.
Oh,
He does.
throws it right in the middle.
And with that, we got Sean at a 36, and we got Brian at a 43. But actually put Sean 2 pins ahead.
Yeah, he auto-care about falling behind.
Was that an intentional
And
pun there,
he
George, or
leaves
was
the
that
seven.
just on
Oh,
purpose?
That was on purpose.
Ah,
I think this is the most times I've ever seen 7-10 happen. So many, like, close
So
together.
many times.
Yeah.
I probably would have played the 10.
I would have probably missed everything.
Just like that.
That might have done it. See, I know what I'm supposed to do. It's a matter of execution.
Yep.
Good 10 box.
And I didn't execute very well. Off to the right. Oh, leaves the MK to the right. With a piece of wood wedged in there.
ooh.
I think it's resting against the back.
Oh, I helped him out. Picks it up. Forces Sean to start throwing some marks.
Well, it's actually the first mark either one of them has had this string.
Do you mean that it needs about 30 to 40% off?
George,
Oh,
you crack me
it's
up.
all
Oh,
back in.
come on, go!
Wow, leaves the 10 pin.
New Palace, right?
Let's see
His
if
least
Jeez,
favorite
George, you're just
shot.
making up a lot of jokes today, aren't you?
But he has a lot of. He's got a guide.
Yes, he does. Oh, man, how do you miss the 10 pin?
you know, I know we call the head of the finger a god, but that 10 pin has been flipping him off all day.
Don't trust wood.
All day.
Oh, that's the easy way to get the pin. Throw it in the alley.
And
Yeah, it fell.
we filed for Chapter 10.
Ooh. Hey Dave, look, it's your
If
favorite
Dennis
shot.
was here, he'd be saying the
It's
same
minus
thing,
the
George.
5 pin.
Oh, is it? Oh, I didn't see that.
There's no 11th pin, so that's the size we can really go.
Oh, he
right
threads
through
the
the
needle.
No grease.
It's good.
That one went to Whitney Field.
Oh no.
That's a $6.
That would be right.
Better put the fixtures on sale.
Brian's just taking a small lead. I can't. Whoa. Lead.
Weed. Lead.
Maybe that's how Sears could stay in business.
Could be a bigger
Oh yeah,
one.
they sell weed. Yeah, that's real funny, George.
Could be a bigger
Well,
one.
I'm talking about the Sears.
Oh.
Let's see.
Not him.
7 fill. That's a good fill.
The devil's lettuce.
And mustard? Make a Sears sandwich. Good to eat. Oh, the pin comes back.
Nice ball.
Call that a little tickle.
In no way, shape, or form was Sean Sears ever meant to be considered to be somewhat part of another activity involving natural herbs. No, we were talking
And
about the
another
actual department store.
Another 7 fill.
So Dave, how you doing on those video games? Are you still playing them or are you not?
Video games.
Yeah, I remember in a comment, one of the King of the Palaces, you were saying that you were playing like Fortnite or something like that.
Wow.
Sean really's got to turn it on right
I
now.
play some Call of Duty and God of War.
Ah, Call of Duty, God of War, really good games.
The
You know, I
shelves are-
hear that they're coming out with a Call of Duty 5 now. Or Call of Duty 4, actually, I think it is.
Looks like Sears' shelves are getting pretty empty.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
Sean's really got to turn it on right now. Brian actually just took a pretty good lead.
Oh, throw it in the ocean and got a good break.
Leaves the 1-3-10 with a whole bunch of junk on the deck. This actually might be a makeable spare.
I can make this spare with my eyes closed.
Do we really want to start saying stuff like that again?
Oh.
Oh.
no.
It's still doable for Sean.
He's in some serious debt, though.
Yeah, but like I said, I bowled with him earlier, and he turned it on pretty quick. Even the last string that he just bowled, the last 3 boxes he marked out.
It's a 60.
No, I was looking over here.
Oh.
Not that bad,
ladder up.
Matt.
I'm just here to help you, Amber. I'm just here to
I'm
help
good. I know how to add.
Leaves
Oh,
the
okay.
1-2-10.
I'm sorry. Oh, nice
beautiful
pickup.
A new shipment has arrived.
Da, 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 da.
Both working on fills. See what Brian can get.
Yeah, new shipment of flat screen TVs have just arrived. Get them now while they're hot.
I don't know, do they even sell electronics anymore?
I don't know.
Because I know the one at Whitney Field doesn't.
See,
It's all mattress
Brian's
department.
third 7
Kinda like
fill
what
in
they
a row.
do with Kmart's.
this is going to be a
Yes.
tough
If you
pickup.
want a good quality
Oh,
mattress
George,
at
3
Kmart,
7s in a row with fills. What is that for you?
don't have anything for fills.
Oh. Oh, what a pickup.
Nice shot. That was a nice ball.
And what do we call 4 marks in a row, Dave?
I don't know, Bronchuk.
I don't know. Where's Steve when you need him? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Looks like Sears might be going out of
Is
business.
that an eagle or is that 5?
Eagle.
Oh, look at this.
Because we call 3 a turkey.
What do you call it? A frozen turkey dinner?
Now,
Oh, yeah.
3 spares in a row is an obscure term for chicken. It's
Oh, picks up the spare.
5
Brian,
spares in a row.
Brian is
That's
just
an
running
eagle.
away with this right now.
That's an eagle. 5 spares in a row. Oh, a badge is 4. A badge is 4. Yeah.
Ah, no. Yeah.
What am I?
Cupcake.
And a 7 fill.
Hostess.
Eh,
Double dog.
I don't know,
Debbie?
but Brian
that's
just
the
closed
stuff.
out his game with a
Hostess.
140.
That's spectacular bowling right there, and I think that might
Well,
put
I hate
Ryan
to
just
say
bowled a
it.
140 game. That's a pretty good bowling score
I hate
for
to
me.
say it, but I think Sears has gone out of business today.
We will miss that store brand.
All I can do is clear the shelves.
It's almost like a Sears and Roebuck.
I can't wait for Sean to go home just because I'm tired of hearing the word Sears.
Well, there's no more for your life at Sears.
This could probably go. Oh, nice bid. How does that
Sean,
happen?
you left the 10 pin again.
I know that feeling, dude.
I'm telling you, this pin has been really just.
I feel your pain.
Can I switch my least favorite shot on this?
Yep. Sean Sears' least favorite shot is definitely the 10 pin.
Can you go see what he had for a fill?
Oh, no.
The 10 pin with wood, the 10 pin without wood. The 10 pin with a whole bunch of wood.
And Chapter 7.
Ooh, off to the left.
Oh. Well, it's been good knowing Sears.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but it's time to
Close the
close the
doors.
doors one last time.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
wow.
nice.
I thought he had that.
Maybe he can meet our friend Jeffrey.
Hey, I'm actually sad that they closed.
Yeah, the one in Manchester, New Hampshire was my go-to store all the time. I used to go to that store as a kid a lot.
Yeah, as a kid, I was dragged to.
Huh?
I said, Amber, do you want me to keep score?
Anyway, they're tabulating stuff, and we know it's going to take a while, so we'll be back with the winner.
Trust me.
And unfortunately, Sears had to file Chapter 7.
Sorry, Sears.
Welcome back, everyone, to the King of the Palace. I'm here with the winner, Mr. Brian Robinson, who defeated Mr. Sean Sears. Brian, you really pulled it out in the end of closing it out with a 140, man. That was some pretty spectacular bowling towards the end.
Yep, even, a blind squirrel finds a nut, so hopefully I'll find one next time too.
Whoa. So, let's see. You bankrupt Sears. Now, you want to crack some nuts.
Sure.
All right. Well, next week you'll get your chance because the number 1 seed in Mr. Johnny Blaze will be your opponent for the coveted King of the Palace title.
All right, sounds good.
All right. We'll see you next week on King of the Palace.
It looks like Brian Robinson was able to put Sean Sears completely out of business in this round. After sending him to bankruptcy court, Brian Robinson now takes on the number 1 seed with a 5-game roll-off of 622, taking on John Blaze the Squirrel. There's one thing I can definitely tell you is this is going to be one very exciting match. How will it wind up? There's only one way to tell, and that's to tune in next week for the final edition of July's version of King of the Palace Summer Edition. The following has been a Kingpin production produced by Georgia 551's World of Crap. The scores displayed on screen came from official scorecards where scores are deemed final at the end of the competition. A scoring error in Brian's game for game number 1 has not affected the outcome of this tournament.